You want to make money with that skill. That's why you're learning that skill. Right? Freelancing is the business of any tech skill, right? So instead of want to be settling for less, let's work to get more. Like me, the first time I started freelancing from my house, power supply was one of the biggest issues. I used to go to the Bet Nigeria office to stay and work. But now the art of you making money with that skill is the freelancing.
So what will you say are the challenges of a freelancer? To ask. Okay, everyone, good day once again. Welcome to Founders Flow. It's our first episode on Founders Flow, and it's a privilege to be having with me a friend. He's an entrepreneur. I met him on YouTube. I just met him for the first time, so it's a privilege to have him all the way from Bayelsa. He's one of the leading speakers in terms of tech and entrepreneurship. So today it's actually a privilege to be hosting him in our Founders Flow show with Tobe. And the beautiful part of this state is that not just being one of the leading speakers in Bayelsa State, Yenagua, he is also the CEO of workupvarsity. So workupvarsity is actually a hub, is actually a community that works to train freelancers, or that is focused at training freelancers and ensuring that people earn a living from their phone or wherever they are, and makes it very easy for anybody to learn with them. So without much, I will not say much because it's actually, so he'll be the one to introduce himself. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Mr. Johnmiracle, AGKME, right? Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, quick one, please. Want to know you. So who are you, sir?
All right, just like I just said, my name is Johnmiracle, and I'm a digital marketing manager and not a guru. Okay, so I'm also
Not
the
a
founder
good.
of workupvarsity, a freelance community to help African freelancers beyond just learning how to do freelancing, but also providing them with resources and other equipment that they need to scale as a freelancer.
Okay, providing them with resources to scale as a freelancer. You know, I one time, I don't know, we were talking about this one time, as I wanted to, the time in my life I wanted to go into learning how to be a freelancer, to like see a way to make passive income and the rest. So somebody that is trying to start up a life as a freelancing job and the rest, what do you think is the first thing they need to know before they start the freelancing of a thing? Like, okay, I want to go into freelance. Like, what's the first thing you think they need to know before they jump into it?
Uh, to start freelancing, the first thing you need to know is to have the market that you want to operate in.
The
Right?
market that you want to
So
operate.
you can be a graphic designer, you can be a content writer, you can be whatever you want to become. But you need to know the market, that is your niche, like they'll put it, the
You need
niche
it.
that you want to be in. So
Okay. And this question, the reason why I ask this question is because I want to ask you, you know, Bayelsa State is, I don't know, I think, I don't know if there are a lot of text there and the rest, but would you tell us, like, share a little bit about the background, why you dabbled into tech or freelancing and everything, like, and at what year did you start going fully into freelancing and the rest?
okay, I went into freelancing fully in 2021, right?
2021, okay.
So now in terms of what the reason why I go into freelance, it's not about Bayelsa, it's about Nigeria
Nigeria.
as a whole. So you're in a third world country, and then you know that if you're living in the same country, any that same currency, you're already at disadvantage. So you want to be in a lower economy while you operate in a what? In a higher
High
economy.
economy.
So to operate in a higher economy, you have to also fit into that economy. So you have to acquire skills that will make you fit into the international market so that you can offer these services to people and then they pay you in higher economy. So that when you do the conversion to the Nigerian economy, you are already at the top. So you can do better things and you're earning more than people who also graduate and get office job. You're already earning more than them. So and what you're doing is also you can do it anywhere from anywhere, and make me being in Bayelsa State also like an advantage,
Okay.
whereby the cost of living is low, right, compared to in Lagos State, right, and but my income is now what high, right, and I still maintain a good quality living even though I'm in a rural environment.
Wow. Cost of living is low. Now, somebody that is staying in Lagos State, you said cost of living is low in Bayelsa State. Someone that is staying in Lagos State and the cost of living is high, can they also go into freelancing as full
Yeah,
time?
yeah, they can also go into
And
freelancing.
if they can go, what's the chances? You said something that you get paid in a currency that is higher than your own
Yeah.
currency. So what's the chances of somebody staying in a country like us, this third world country, and then being able to connect with somebody in the first world country or something like that? How does that work? Does
Okay.
it Is it that easy to do
Yeah,
it?
it's easy. It's easy to connect with foreigners, right?
Okay.
And now that we have social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn,
Mm,
right? So when you have identify your niche as the beginning, as you talk about,
yes.
you now know the kind of platform that you want to be in. So somebody who is into content, video creation, editing, the
Mm,
person want to spend more time on Instagram than they will
okay.
spend on Facebook, right? So because of that is where they get, and they also spend more time on Instagram than they will spend on LinkedIn, because their market is in Instagram, not
Instagram.
in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is for content writers. So content writers will depend on what on LinkedIn.
On
So
LinkedIn.
you don't have to just come on board and start copying people. You have to know your market, your niche, and then you go to that place and start building, right? So and also now we have what called freelance platforms
Freelance
like
platform.
Upwork, Fiverr. They connect you yourself with foreigners. You see, so most of these issues are already being solved. So you just have to just have the required skill and be in the right market so that you meet the right people who need your services.
So what will you say are the challenges of a freelancer?
Yeah,
Challenges of a
the
freelancer.
challenges of the freelancer varies, right?
Okay.
So even in the first world countries, they have challenges. Right here we are in third countries, we have double challenges because
Double
their
challenges.
challenges is our challenge. Right, our challenge
Not that.
is not their challenge. Right.
Wow.
So like me, the first time I started freelancing, I started from my house. Right. So power supply was one of the biggest issue, and then I used to go to a Bet Nigeria office to stay and work. Right. Now and again, data was also an issue, right?
Issue.
And so time is also an issue because mostly we who do freelancing here are mostly students, right?
Okay.
So we
Okay.
have to try to manage freelancing and schooling. So this I think these are the two major data, working space, and time. These are the three major problems of freelancing in the third world, and also gadgets. Having a quality gadget is also very important. Because when I started with my phone before I switched to what a
The
system, right?
system.
So these are major problems of freelancing in the third, and most of these issues now are not the same in the first world country, right?
Okay.
So now when we talk about the first world country, now you talk about how to acquire clients becomes another issue, how to maintain clients becomes another issue, and these are the first world freelancing issues that they have to solve. So
Mm,
yeah, you have to solve this basic one first before you start solving the other one. How to acquire client? Because you can't acquire client when you're not fully active. You don't have data. You see, so you have to solve the basic
basic
freelancing
ones.
issue within our level first. Before you now advance to the next stage and start solving the one at the international
Actually,
level.
So you said make mention of gadgets, and you also said when you started from phone for you.
Yeah,
So that means someone can actually go to before you start using laptop and the rest. You can actually be very good with using gadgets. So if the gadget you want to use now is just your normal phone and the rest, so is there chances that using a phone we can earn from using our phone to then upgrade to using a laptop or something?
yeah. You can start with your phone and upgrade using a laptop, but then there's limitations
Limitations.
to it.
Okay.
Like I said, and there's a limitation to it because there are different financing fields. Let's
Mhm.
say, let me give you an instance. For example, now if you choose Upwork as your platform to acquire clients, then
Okay.
there's a kind of clients you acquire in Upwork that you can work for them with your phone, right?
Okay.
Like now, my one of my recent projects, the client, which is in USA, right? It doesn't allow me to work manually. We want you to
Manually.
use
Okay.
the Upwork time tracker, and then that time tracker does not work on mobile device, right?
Okay.
So if you don't have laptop, there's no way you can work for that
Work.
client. But he wants you to use that tool to monitor your hours of work. You see, It's very easy to start with what you have, but there's always a whereby like something you have to do. You have to go. You have to buy laptop. So instead of you to be asking me, can I start with my phone? You have to prepare yourself how to start with a laptop, right? So instead of what to be settling for less, let's work to get
Work.
more.
So, with that being said, we will be going on a very short break, and then after the break, we'll be back. So, stay tuned.
Hello there. Have you been looking for where you can trade your crypto, your gift card, and every form of digital asset you have? You've been scammed several times. You send your money and they tell you story. With Tobe Exchange, there is no story. Tobe Exchange got you covered. Tobe Exchange is that platform that helps you trade your gift card, your crypto, and every form of digital asset you have, and then you get paid in Naira as soon as possible. If you want to trade and you don't want your money to lose, you don't want to be scammed, I recommend to you Tobe Exchange. They are credible, they are transparent, and they are reliable. One thing I love about them is that they trade on WhatsApp, only on WhatsApp. They have over 500 followers on Instagram, but it will bring you to WhatsApp. They have a website, but it still brings you to WhatsApp. And the reason why they do that is that so that when you want to trade with them, you have to verify the phone number you're chatting with to be sure that it's the same phone number that is on their Instagram about page. It is very transparent and reliable. So all trades are usually done on their WhatsApp, so you don't get scammed whatsoever. So be sure that that's the WhatsApp number you're chatting with. Their WhatsApp number is also showing on the screen, so you can verify. Never trade with any other person that claims to be Tobe Exchange. This is their one WhatsApp number. If the WhatsApp number has any issue, they will announce it on their Instagram page. You can also follow them on their Instagram page at Tobe Exchange. They have over 500 followers already, so don't get scammed. Trade with peace, trade with ease, and trade with Tobe Exchange today. Log on to www.tobeempire.com/exchange to get started today. Never trade with anybody else if it's not Tobe Exchange. Are you enjoying the conversation with founders? Let's get back to it. I'll see you inside.
So, we are back. Now, I want to delve a little bit closer to some things that are really concerning. So, is there something you think the government, where do you think the government should come into in terms of freelancing? Because you said something earlier before the break that um, about young ones coming into it and starting from where they can start from, like their phone and everything. Like, what I'm asking about government now, can somebody in junior secondary school, judging Nigeria standard, junior secondary school, JSS1, 13 years old, 11 years old, 10, can they start thinking of how to start earning money on freelancing? And if yes, how can government play a role on that area for them to start earning money online? Because in our own time, in fact, I don't even have phone as at JSS1. So what do you think can be done? Is it that the curriculum needs to be changed, assessed, and the rest? What's your suggestion about it, government and freelancing for youth?
Okay, that question, for example, now, we need to know the meaning of freelancing,
Okay,
right? Because many people don't we don't still understand what freelancing means.
Okay.
So freelancing is not something different from tech,
Okay.
right? So currently we have people who are learning tech. We have team devs, right? We have team writers, and we have different platforms who are teaching kids. We have Daba kids, we have YouTuber kids, right? Now they're teaching kids technological skills, right? And these are part of freelancing, right? Because technology skills are skills whereby it gives you the leverage to work from anywhere in the world. Because if you want to do freelancing, you must have technological skills. Because you can't, if you're a furniture person, it's difficult to offer your furniture work here for somebody who is in it. You have to move over there. So to work in that remote culture, you have to have remote skills, and remote skills are more of technological skills. So if they are teaching remote skills, they are indirectly teaching freelancing, right?
Okay.
So what can be done to make more awareness is that, let's put it like, freelancing is the business of any tech skill. Because if you are learning development now, you're learning video editing now, you want to make money with that skill. That's why you're learning that skill, right? Now the art of you making money with that skill is the freelancing, you see. So as far as you're applying your skills, your tech skills to make money, you are doing freelancing. You're
Freelance.
automatically a freelancer. So you don't just say I'm a freelancer because you are using Upwork. As far as you have a tech skill, you are working for somebody, you're automatically a freelancer.
freelancer.
Whether you're a remote worker, whether you're a full-time worker, you're doing freelancing. Especially when you are working for the person from your comfort, whether from your home or from any workspace. You see, so that is just the art of freelancing. You see, so and again, when you talk about the government can come in when they realize that there's what we call the gig economy, right?
Gig
And
economy.
one of the economy that is powering the United States is the gig economy. It makes them trillions of dollars every year turnover. You see, and they have policies that backs freelancers, right? So yeah, we need to have those kind of policies, and government can help bring those policies to promote freelancing and remote work culture, and it will help other companies to start adopting it and hiring more of what African what freelancers,
Freelancers.
because they have African freelancers now and their eyes is just going overboard. But if if there's like the government start looking into all of these issues and start providing solutions to this stuff, people will start looking towards the African economy. Now the reason why we as freelancers we want to work for a company in the United States or a foreign company is because of the cost of operation as a freelancer is high, right, than a normal staff. So if you're a staff in a company now, you're getting power supply from the company. You might also get data from the company. You're having a workspace from the company. But if you're a freelancer now, you have to do all these things by yourself.
By yourself.
The company only pay you for the service that you're offering, and that is why freelancers charge more than full-time clients, than full-time staffs, because we are taking the responsibility
of
for ourselves,
yes.
right? So the company, I would not even get insurance benefit or health benefit. We take care of ourselves, so we have to charge high. And most of these African companies cannot offer and cannot pay for that services. So we have to go elsewhere where they can what acquire our services. And funny that they're getting our service for cheap compared to them hiring their own
Yeah.
freelancers, right?
Okay.
So they're getting us for also cheap. So that's why they also take African freelancers because they get it for cheap service, and they get quality work. While our companies they don't take us because of our high charge.
Okay. Moving on to we want to move on to something more personal. Okay. So we want you to talk to us about workupvarsity. It's we if you go through the website now, you see that it's building a lot of beautiful things. Like, is that talk to us about workupvarsity? What do you know, as what do you want us to know about it? Like, what is workupvarsity all about? If somebody says workupvarsity, what do you think should come to their mind when they hear
Okay,
workupvarsity?
the name Work University was even invented by one of the students in the
Okay.
university, because the first time I got the idea to do Work University, it was based on like
How many
I
students are is it a is like a
yeah, the
school?
community, yeah, the
Yeah,
community.
okay.
So currently we have over 200 registered people.
200
Students,
register
yeah.
over 200.
So how I got the idea was that after I have acquired freelancing success
Okay.
within my short 2 years of freelancing,
Mm.
I was like, okay, what are the challenges of freelancer? So I looked through my journey, what I went to from moving from my mobile device to another device, and also getting a space for myself. Like these are the major basic challenges of
challenges.
the third. And I was like, these are not the same thing with the foreigners. This is just because of we are what? We are Africans.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what we are suffering, right? And then there are no specified bodies that are focused in the freelancing industry. Why we have more people coming into the world, the freelancing
Freelancing.
industry.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, what can I do to help solve this problem, right? So I started with the idea, and the name we started was what, Upwork Varsity. So the reason why we
Upwork
used Upwork Varsity was because it was in Upwork that I had my leverage to access the foreign market,
Okay.
and I made a lot of money from it, right? So I decided to go with Upwork Varsity. But then we started having like reports from the Upwork company that we should not use that name.
That name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So started saying, what name can we use? So we now went back to the community and asked, what name can we use now since you cannot use Upwork Varsity? And then somebody, our serious name Kennedy, now say, let's use Workup Varsity.
Okay.
So from
Change.
there, we now decided to use the name
Workup Varsity.
Workup Varsity. Right. Now, the one we want to solve with Workup Varsity is the basic challenges of freelancing in the third world country, and also the international challenges. Because if you don't solve the basic one and solving the upper one, it's still you're not solving
Not
anything
solving
yet.
anything.
So what we want to solve with Workup Varsity is those challenges like data supply, right? So now we have been our first hub, right? Our first hub I call the freelance hub, where people can come to work daily or monthly, whatever they just to come access power supply and a workspace that is suited for freelancing itself. So you have that freelance vibe in it. And also for data, there's data from Starlink so that you have all access to the
Wow.
internet. So with this, you can start spreading it to different states, right? And people will start accepting the freelance culture, and you also teach skills, right? Because we have been in the international market, we know how to fit into the market. So we also teach upcoming freelancers the skills that they need to fit into the national market of freelancing.
Freelancing. So if somebody wants to go into freelancing now, and it's very easy to recommend Upwork Varsity to the person, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to look up for Upwork Varsity, what do you think? What do you think is the necessary things, requirement they need to have to be part of the varsity?
Okay, to be part of the varsity, we have two sections, right?
Okay.
We have the skilled section and we have the unskilled section, right? So now for the skilled section, it means you have a skill and your skill is very good,
Okay.
and you want to learn the art of freelancing, acquiring clients, making more money, working for clients remotely,
Remotely.
right?
Okay.
And this ones they have a different section.
Different section.
And then we have people who are like, you're unskilled, you don't have a skill, and
Starting
you want to
from
go into
afresh.
freelancing.
Okay.
So they are not the same thing. You have to start from the basic of
Acquiring the
acquiring
skill
a skill
first.
first before you start thinking of making money from that skill.
With that being said, we will be going on a very short break, and then after the break, we'll be back. So stay tuned. There's so much you can become when you get into the freelancing world, whereby your skill can earn you dollars. Even while you are sleeping, you are making money. Don't you want to come to the point where life is free, whereby you earn money at your own pace, at your own time, whereby you are sleeping and your services is providing you money? Do you want to learn a skill? Do you have service to offer? You want to brush your skill up, or you're looking at that you can offer a service and then earn dollars? Beautiful. Then Workup Varsity is for you. If you are interested in being part of this freelancing world, this is your opportunity, this is your time. Click on the link in the description to be part of this community that we are building. Now this is it. Workup Varsity is here to make that a dream, and not just that a dream, but make it a dream come true for you. Founders Flow are partnered with Workup Varsity to make this happen for you. And if you're interested to earn in dollars, you want to use your skill to earn dollars, then click on the link in the description or the link showing on the screen right now to be part of this few set of people we are choosing from our platform to join the varsity, the place where we are training the next generation freelancers. You're going to be part of those guys that make millions of dollars just by freelancing and sitting from their home. Don't you want freedom? Don't you love freedom? Then if you love freedom, click on this link right now and then get started. I am rooting for you. I'm waiting for you. It might just be after you click it that we might end the offer. Click on the link to be sure that the offer is still on. Because of you, you never can tell that this offer might be this long because of you. Click on the link right now to check if you are still able to access this offer, and know that if you don't get this offer now, you might not be able to get it next time. Let's get back to the conversations with founders. All right, again, welcome back to our Founders Flow with Tobe, and once again we are having with us Mr. Johnmiracle, the CEO of Workup Varsity, and sharing with us little ideas we need to know about freelancing, getting a skill, and then Upwork Varsity as well. So today we are just back from it. So if you're just joining us, you should go back to the beginning and watch this beautiful episode. It's going to be transforming for you. It's going to transform your mind entirely. So, sir, we were saying something earlier about Workup Varsity, and one of the things you said is that you said it's like a place where you want to be able to train. You have two aspects: skilled and the unskilled. The unskilled, you train somebody from scratch. The skilled, you help them to leverage the freelancing world. So using their skill, they can. So let this area I want to ask now is about international bodies. What do you think the international bodies can do, or do you think the international bodies support the building of African freelancers? Like today, is there anything avenue for them to support African influencers or African influencers here? Just do it on our own, or the international bodies try to do a partnership with them or something?
Okay, in terms of that, national bodies are already doing a great job, right?
Okay,
Because in the African freelance space, there are several African freelance marketplace, right? And the African freelance marketplace does not have clients,
mm-hmm.
so we go to the foreign freelance marketplaces like Fiverr and Upwork and Freelancer, right? So already they have given us access to their what, to their
Their
market
market.
and their clients, right? So that's why most African platforms like Upwork that are like Upwork, they don't do it. People don't stay there for long because they don't have clients, right? So we go to those platforms that have what, clients
Nice.
to sell our what, services. So in that aspect, they are doing a very good job to give us that access to the market. Now, but one thing that they don't do is that is the payment system, right?
Okay, okay.
The payment system. For example, now as an African freelancer, you cannot use Fiverr without paper, right,
Mm.
in the paper. And again, paper also has its own what issues and
Issues.
for Africans. So you have to sort your way
Like
out.
Africans can receive
Yeah.
money to
So you have to
paper.
sort your way out to get that. So I think that's one of the biggest problem with Fiverr, right? And also for other platforms, thank God now we have fintechs like GigPay and
Okay.
Gray that have given us the ability to easily withdraw our money in foreign currencies and then convert it at the black market rate.
Okay.
Because when I started freelancing, I I was withdrawing my money to my nearby account, and the conversion was very poor,
Wow.
right? Very poor. So with the help of GitPay and Gray, started having access to the black market
Take,
rates,
you
right?
say, what do you call the name of the thing?
GitPay,
Geek pay.
Gitpay.africa
Okay.
and Gray.co, right?
Okay.
And there are more also coming out. So it's a very great development. So people are actually now coming into the freelancing space to solve what problems, right?
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay. You said something about the. Everyone take interest in this fintech of a thing. You said these people came out to solve this problem. So, but then looking at fintech in Nigeria, I heard of payday crashing, and it's something touching. Not only payday, we heard of Patricia crashing. Patricia to the fintech. So all both is to help you receive money from another country to your local country or local currency. Now the question I want to ask is these fintech that are crashing, like why do you think fintech barely stand the test of time? Most fintech barely stand the test of time. The startup is very good. They do the seed fund and everything, but yet along the line they close. What could be the reason for that? What do you think is the reason?
That's a very big question, right? And also for that kind of question, I don't really know the reason why they are crashing, right?
Okay.
I don't know why they are crashing, but Patricia and Payday is they are different platform,
Yeah.
right? So the platform that fits in the freelance space was Payday,
PD.
right?
Okay.
So Payday, it was Payday, GigPay, and Gray
Great.
I knew of, but I love the services of GigPay to that of Payday. So I didn't use Payday for that long.
So do you
So
think
I use
Nigerian policy can affect?
I use GigPay and Gray. So if you say Nigerian politics, I
Like
don't
the
really know
policy, like for
because
Grey
of
and this one's now
for Gray to be on, GigPay
yeah,
is on.
yeah,
So I don't really know what happens to
to
Payday.
PD.
So
Okay.
in business failure, most time is more like the business management. You're
Management,
not
okay.
able to manage your business. So because every business have uptime and
Uptime,
downtime.
okay, yeah.
So if you are not able to survive the
The ability to
downtime,
manage them.
so I think it's not just about government, but there are other people who are running the
Yeah,
business.
that's a very good point because there's another person. It's not like
Yeah,
you are the only one and then everybody just choke you.
yeah.
So that's a very good one. It all boils down to business management. Business management. And so we are wrapping up the show, so we want you to give us last words. What would be your advice to somebody that wants to start freelancing? They've been nurturing the mindset, the mind, the idea, the everything. They want to start freelancing. They want to start earning in dollars. They want to start getting paid. They just want to be useful with themselves. They just don't want to always depend on the job itself, but they just want to be useful. what advice would you give to that person? Can you even give it in a step or something? But whatever advice you can give, please.
Okay, my advice to anybody who wants to go into freelancing is that they should have an exit strategy.
Exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is an uncommon advice. You need to have an exit strategy,
Wow.
right? Because freelancing itself is like a business. So you have
Have
to,
an exit
yeah,
strategy.
you have to have an exit strategy because people who are doing, if you check the history of freelance marketplace like Upwork and Fiverr,
Yeah.
the turnover is low, getting low now, right? Because of the changes that is happening, AI is coming up, so some skills becomes obsolete or less needed. You see, and if you are in those people who have this particular skill set, that means you are going to be less needed in the market. So if you're not preparing when you are getting that more clients, you have to preparing stuffs, platforms that will help you so that when this can stop coming or when your time has passed,
But
you can still be existing in the
wow.
industry. So my key one is just have an exit strategy in your freelance career.
So someone that wants to start. Someone that wants to start.
If you want to start as a beginner,
Mm.
you have to first of all find a hot talent because there's one of our
Find
our
the hot
catchphrase
talent.
in workupvarsity is that hot talent rich freelancer. So if you get to a hot talent or a hot
Mm.
in demand skill, you're automatically a rich freelancer,
Mm.
right? But still yet you need to have an exit strategy. But you cannot be hot
You cannot be
forever.
hot forever.
Yeah.
Ah, it's not a fire. So you're not a fire. You cannot be hot forever. So the have you said something about hot talent rich freelancer.
Yeah.
From this hot talent rich freelancer, I know somebody that have not started freelancing ever wants to know how to get hot talent. What do you think they can do to know how to find hot talent? I know many of you want to be rich freelancer. I don't want to be broke
There's what we call high income skills.
high income skills.
So all
Okay.
how high income in demand. Let's just use that word. High income
High
in
income
demand
skill
skills.
in demand. Okay.
So high income in demand skills are automatically hot talents, right? So as the skill is high income and it is in demand,
It's in
then it's
demand.
a hot talent.
Don't go and learn what's not in demand, okay? Cry. So learn what's in demand. And this being said, thank you very much for your time. Thank you
Thank
very much.
you.
So I will just say something. He said get high income skill. The one that's actually in demand. Don't go and learn what's not in demand. And this is where I will tell you about Upwork Varsity. So it's something you really need to go to. I think the website is
Work up
workupvarsity.
varsity.
So workupvarsity.com, www.workupvarsity.com. So it's showing on the screen. Just go there, search for the website, and then go through the courses there, register, be part. Because I believe that what you would learn is just it's not just the course alone. Being in a group, a community with like minds, you get to find solution faster.
Yeah.
So that is one thing I know for sure. So you have a challenge you're facing. See, no, in this world, no man is an island. You cannot stand alone. You get you need a community of people. So and that is where it comes in. So make sure if you want to skill your life, you want to be serious with your life, and you want to start as a freelancer, you should go to Work Up Varsity and you learn. You learn. I think it's not. I don't want teaching in the
No, we have list of expert mentors who teach, right? So if you want to learn athletes or sales and marketing, we have this a mentor who has a great result on sales and marketing. So we don't just list courses like that. We look at for exceptional mentors in
exceptional
their field who
mentors.
have results, and then we partner with them to teach the skill while we do the freelancing culture for you.
So that being said, so make sure this episode changes you. Make sure you understand one or two things. The truth is that you are not going to make any progress until you start. And so the fastest and the best way I will tell you to start is to go to www.workupvarsity.com, www.workupvarsity.com, register and be part of this community. And me that's talking to you, my name is Tobe Praise, and I'm also a member of Workupvarsity. I registered. So if that being said, I want to thank you again for staying to the end, and I believe that this has really helped you. If there's another thing, any question you want to, you can drop it in the comment section or look at the videos, look at the description. Then you can see our email. You send us your questions, and then if you have any other to advise, one or two things you want to advise, if you're a good freelancer, you earn good income and the rest, can actually give us your advice too on what you think every young one should know. So feel free to drop a comment, like this video, and share it. So once again, thank you very much for your time. My name is Tobe Praise, and this is Founders Flow with Tobe. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.